My name is Beta Rock, and together we can change the world. 2:38 a.m. Eastern Time. Warmed up coffee in hand, fresh pot brewing. Joseph in the background because as biblical things go, I mean, I was thinking about how to talk about this because this is something I have to say that's passion that came into me. An oracle, these words. Waiting until God has something to say, and then I say it. And in a way, this is my story. So a journal entry? No, and I'm not going to really cast it like that. The title here. I guess I could try to make Joseph be quiet, but I don't think you can hear that. Oh, maybe let's. I guess we can pause that. I wanted you to kind of appreciate that too, though, because I'm listening to Joseph. Different things happen to him. I want to tell you about it, and really, the sermon part here relates to you because we all, right? Yes, okay. The only deliverable of Beta Rock Church, can you hear all this? The only deliverable of Beta Rock Church is Psalm 139, I think it's 14 and 15. What did God have in mind when He was knitting you together in your mama's womb, and even deeper? What did God have in mind when He laid the very foundations of the earth? In other words, what's inescapable about your purpose? The purpose driven life of Rick Warren. I mean, if that bastard pastor has anything good to say, really inside of this, okay, fine. But what is that in you? I've been living it. I like the picture there in that thumbnail because that's a good image. First of all, I think that guy kind of half looks like me, but the fishies in the background, the story of Joseph at the Sunday schools or whatever, the mysteries of everything's focused on the damn fish. Okay, the fish is just what redirected Joseph. And look at his eyes in that thumbnail. Look at his eyes. I'm like, oh, look at this. You see that in my, look at this. That's what I've been experiencing in a number of ways. I'll tell you about. So, Joseph, I got a pancake, so I got to go deal with that. I'll be right back. Okay. Hang on, I'm dealing with stuff. Hang on. I'm back. I'm back. That was the longest pause in a Beta Rock message. Are we okay here? This is good, I think, because when you start to operate in this, I mean, my face is fuller. I think it is fuller. I've been eating like a ton. And even here now, I woke up because my stomach hurts. I went out to eat last night with this friend. I mean, is he a friend? He's a kind of friend or a maybe friend. But I've been working on this guy for a while. The lady that I talked to at the restaurant, she's like, how long have you known him? I'm like, well, about a year, I guess. I don't even really know. But it's been a bit. But when I addressed him before, I finally got to the point where it's like, we're not doing this relationship like maybe you have in mind. And he's not really, it's not like that. But it's really operating in my Jonah, my calling, the 139:14, and I think is that it? We could look it up here. And I'm going to calm here a bit. And I want to point that to you. I guess that's, yeah, the real power. That's what Mike Myers, does he do it like this? Yeah, the real thing in here. My name is Beta Rock, and together we can change the world. But if we got a bunch of Jonah people working together, that would be really freaking good. That's where some of my deepest prayers. God gives you the desires of your heart. Oh, I didn't realize it. I'll try to tell you a couple stories. Let's start with a beautiful damn lady. Ha! Two. Okay. I just see the glow in my eyes. I swear. I mean, I'm not supposed to swear, so I can't swear, but my yes is yeah. Okay. Really? Let's do the prayer. John 3:8. This is a biblical text. The wind blows wherever it pleases. That's the truth. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it's going. So it is with, listen, so it is. Is that a declarative word? Is. This isn't maybe, kind of, sometimes. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit. Do you want to be born of the Spirit? It's fun. I'm telling you, when you get out of that Jonah, I mean, I guess the whole ride is fun, Jonah. Not really, not being, but like the guys, like I thought I could get away from God's call, irresistible grace. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit. This then is my prayer. Lord, may I be your wind here now. I'm tired of being in Jonah's bellies, fishes, stuff. That's no fun. But on the land here, back where I can put my feet down and let's get on. I'm not going to be the Jonah that's bitter. I mean, God help me. But even then, Jonah's got feelings. Are you allowed, listen to me as I think of a friend, are you allowed to have feelings? Yeah, I don't know what God, that's just stuff like that just gets at me. Does God want you to be a robot? No, okay? Can we kind of lean into that a little bit? That's a new thought. Who preaches into this? I'm America's pastor. I got good ideas. Blessed by God. This here, listen, this, don't ever stop being yourself. You can marvel at it then. That's what I think. Yesterday, let's start with the beautiful lady. I mean, she is really something. but not an idol. Like it's been in different parts a long time in my life. And it doesn't even matter. It's not even going to be a relationship, not in the sense of like banging. Okay. Never. That's done. Really. Anyway. But from that place, that's what I'm saying, because I did something in like the Jonah part of me or the prophet part of, listen, the pastor part. I dressed this lady. I mean, remarkable beauty. And like a while later, like some time, she responded, and it's like, right. Okay. See, when I operate as the damn prophet that God had in mind for me, my name is Beta Rock, and together with people like that, we can change the world. Maybe. I don't know enough, but it set a path of righteousness. And now just sit back and wait. Hey, I liked how that wind blew. Okay. What do you have in mind today? Give us this day our daily bread. Lead us not into temptation. That's beautiful person number one. Beautiful person number two. Where I'm working now, there's this lady who's the most beautiful person. Mexican, I think, or something, Spanish, pretty. Like, is it olive skin? I mean, I don't think it's olive, but it's a different kind of skin than mine. I mean, even if I got a tan, it's not like that. It's a deeper. It's beautiful. I mean, she's just pretty. But I thought to myself, we're just gonna don't tell anybody else. I didn't even not just me. I don't know. Me and God did think about this a little bit together. I'm like, why should I even settle for anybody else here? I mean, I'm not even saying it's going to be like a girlfriend. It's not like that. And not, well, okay, we'll go this way. It could be like this in a holy right. I'm putting, if you just listen, if you're getting a shower and you listen to me, I put my hands on the right side. The wind blows and that's so fine. We'll go with this. Right. This could be a relationship, but not any kind of banging. That's on the left side. None of this marriage and any of this kind of like I'm weaseling in some kind of happy. No. That's for other days to talk about what's happening with that side. It's just look, Malachi's out on my. Well, we'll see. That's what I'm saying. That's why God says don't swear. Listen, that's all too confusing. All I'm saying is that my thought into righteousness here is that God, listen, I'm just telling you, praying that that God would want me to have the very best, the very best. It doesn't, listen, it certainly then in that mindset doesn't mean that we're banging. No way. But why would God have me with anybody less than the best in this environment that I'm in? I'm just saying, who knows? We'll see. You heard it here first. The story, who knows? I mean, I don't know. It's just where when I'm just telling you stories. Very interesting. Anyway, two other things happened today. Well, that restaurant thing, which came from this, that, and the other. The wind was blowing around. Hey, we do this, but then overnight and all just during the thing, like I said it to my friend. I said, guess what? I'm dealing with some other people, and dealing could have been in quotes or how I tell it to you. Like I start to mess with people, and the same tactic that I took with my friend, I did with this other person. And I'm like, hey, guess what? You're not the one that feels the pain of this, because when I act in that prophet part of me, the pastor part, it messes with people. It messes with them. It really does, because the things that separate me from, say, the past people in my life and God, listen, hope to God. I was watching something here on Joseph, and I thought, I don't like that story, but maybe that's what you have in mind, God. I don't know. When I operate in, I lost my train of thought. Right? When I operate into that part, it's like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. It was going somewhere good. We'll just let that be. The wind's blowing. I don't know. Sometimes I talk enough and then it comes back to me. Crap. Well, the pain of it, the pain of righteousness versus world cultism. World cultism just says, you like it, you have a free will, you have the right to have feelings and all this kind of stuff. That flies in the face of holiness, where God says, go to damn Nineveh. Okay. Look, you're going to go. Do you want to go by way of fish or boat? Okay. Look, listen to me, says God. Love, it's a dynamic. So that's what I did to this in this relationship. And it came about from this other side. Like, who knows what's going to happen? But it engaged a thing, and something happened, things I can't control. I just went with it. And I reached out to this person, and in exchange for doing this thing, I thought, I might get punched here. That you watch the show a couple of weeks now, but I think about that from time to time in different parts of my life, where like Kevin Costner, he's out there helping that lady doing right, changes the tire, and then the people come in and open up, are you Kevin Costner? And they blow him to bits, which he lives because it's a television show. But that's what I think. When I stepped into this thing that I did with this person, like it messes with them, but it messes with me. I might get shot. I mean, pardon, maybe. I mean, and that's not the only thing I worry about getting shot over. I was reading something on the USA Today about something else. I'm not going to be so clear, but it's like, oh yeah, look there. That's why I think this, because it makes sense. I might actually get shot. But then this person responded. We talked for like an hour last night. This other person in the story, the wind is blowing around. And then I woke up in the middle of the night. Like, see, so I think I'm going to be up now for the day, which is a little disappointing. I wanted to sleep a little bit more. But anyway, when I woke up then, he wrote something back that was kind of like, really, no, not kind of, it was on point. So fine, I got to get up and respond about this on point. I have no idea other than I might get shot. I mean, really? I mean, not really. I don't know. I don't know the person that might shoot me that well, but it'll make this one person mad. All this, that's one story, which is very, very interesting, because all of this surrounds a relationship that started a year ago. I will make you fishers of men. What do we do? You do that when you're a kiddie? Fishers of men. The older I get, the more I realize I'm just a 3-year-old kid that just happens to be 45. Fishers of men, because it makes sense. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. Should we just keep singing, follow me? I don't know. Maybe there's a point to this. I don't know. Follow me. Yeah, maybe you didn't hear it the first time. Okay, I got to sing it from a different octave. Follow me. I will. All right, yeah. Hey, who wants to evangelism? Who wants to go after the fishies? Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, then when it finally comes down to it, watch this. Listen, we don't know. I don't, but I operated as a pastor. I'm excited about that. It's very interesting. And this is life-changing material. This, that, and the other. Boom, boom. I'm involved, and all I did was do something. I wanted to go out to eat. Okay. I said, let's go to damn Longhorn. That's the best place around. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's where we ate. It was good. I'm so full. I got to eat some more pancakes to soften out the stomach acid. I was praying about that. Who knows? I got to get back to my diet. Really? Okay. Different dynamics. Are we okay? Is that enough about that story? It's vibrant, and listen to me, it's fun. 20 some years ago, make a decision to be an accountant. Was that ever fun? No. Was that my Jonah belly fish kind of experience? I guess. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be more Jonah like, where it really hurts, like jail. And that's about me. I mean, really, I do want to keep the focus on your thoughts anyway. To what does God have for you? Different people that might be involved here, even in this, I might hear this. It's like, that's what I really wanted to eat at you. That's the thing. I'm telling you the success story on the other side, and I might get shot. Do you want that kind of a life? I mean, it's an adventure. It's action and adventure. I put that on Facebook the other day. Is that fun? You bet it is. You bet it is. To God be the glory. Great things he has done, and great our rejoicing. Yeah. I'm ready to see what happens when I get to Nineveh. I don't know. Okay. Other story. At work yesterday, this new job. It's wonderful. I mean, it's just, I can tell you different things about this. I mean, I think it's wonderful. I'm going to be going in here. I'm going to be checking in 3 hours and 6 minutes on my bike. One guy I talked to yesterday was talking about learning his bike. Oh, that wind. I'm telling you. I want to tell you about it because I think you'll see the same things. That's what it says. That's what John 3:8. The wind blows wherever. So it is with everyone. That's the message here. The deep. I'd like to tell him my stories. I'm narcissistic, or maybe I don't know. God help me. No, not really. At the end of the day, I'm just a good damn person. When I do it right, I am. So in we're talking to this, different things, and this one guy said something to him, and he kind of, oh, all right, well, I'm not going to stand beside you. So I walked over and talked to this other guy. He was nice. And then, like a couple hours later, we were working together. That wind, I'm telling you, it didn't just go like from that. We were buddies, but we ended up spending most of the day together. And I bet I was thinking about this when I was coming back from taking my pancake, which was not burnt, by the way. It's out there. I can smell it. It's good. One thing that YouTube doesn't do is let you smell. Okay. You can't tell. It smells nice here. Coffee, pancake. Maisley smelled a pancake. That's fun. Anyway, so I said to the one lady that I was working with, first of all, I said, different people. I'm like, this is news. Yeah, I've been around long enough. I'm 45. So I said, hi. It's just kind of basic in human relationships. Hi. So I think that planted a seed because then, like a couple hours later, we were talking warmly. Just a thought, planting seeds. So anyways, so we were talking a little bit this, that, and the other, and somehow, because I would say, different things like, yeah, I've been a CPA for 20 years, and things happen. Okay, so here I am lifting boxes with you. How are you? Then this is kind of what I want you to hear. This is what I want. Well, one part anyway. I think this is the key thing. Is God still God in the midst of every single thing? I believe that absolutely. In other words, Charles Stanley's wrong in the sense, I like this wind here. Charles Stanley is wrong in the sense of eternal security in these kind of places. You can preach the 75,000 verses about grace and all these things, but it still comes down to the moments and the decisions. If you give God the middle finger like Peter did, that's a hell-bound path. Peter did ask forgiveness. Jesus said, and feed my sheep, and he ends up dying upside down on the cross. You think before he was upside down, he might have thought, I want to deny Jesus now? Probably. That's why I pray a whole bunch that I die like Joseph, not Joseph. Well, Joseph died fine too. That's fine, but David, that's really the person I think about the most. You can't erase that kind of stuff. My calling and fibers and the parts of those story when I was 5 and 6 years old, and however old I was reading those books, that I still someday I trust I get to see that actual book. You can't take that back. That was inside of me. I wasn't thinking about being nothing, not planning. Man wasn't planning his ways. I was just being. What about you? Again, I still wanted to focus on you and your story. I want God to mess with you, and I want you to eat her at betarock.com. 717-660-6754 and tell me, you know what? You told me that thing about before the beginning of time, and you know what? I do think about that from time to time, and maybe I have a dream or however it might go. And you know what? I did this, and then I'm going to tell you about it. It was like, oh, wow. Good. Message me on Facebook. Together, we can change the world. Anyway, I did this not leap of faith. I guess that's fine. Leap of faith. We'll go with that because that was a leap of faith. Listen, this is why I said I'm a pastor. Kind of like Peter, except that I said it. Do you know Jesus? This wasn't happening, but look, I had to take a step of faith to tell her I'm a pastor. And I was kind of apprehensive because not to be known for nothing. She's like, okay. And it set the tone. It set the tone. I'm not even saying it was altogether good, but it did. It colored things. It did. So anyway, I'm done now. I said what I wanted to say, I think. Can we summarize this? The summary here is that God is sovereign, I guess, and irresistible grace, 51%. I operate into that. 51% God is sovereign. The free will that I yield, and so some kind of dynamic here of 49%, quite a chunk, still operates into the idea that I could just decide to stop being Christian today. Like Charles Stanley, maybe he'll still go to hell. He can't. I'm not letting him out of this. I'm not letting a lot of people in my life out of this. Get it right. Get it the fuck right. Oh, you said fuck, so it didn't. No, it doesn't. Andy Stanley is a heretic, and he needs his earthly father to rebuke him back on track. You know what happens then? The house comes tumbling down. His whatever that place is, North Point Ridge Summit Prophet, whatever, that's not it. But the point, like my friend John Acuff, he would slam into that and making fun of this. I think it's North Point. Isn't that the name of Andy Stanley's church? It'll come crumbling down. If he smashes down the sandy land upon which his church is built, it will crumble. I have ideas of Messiah College, University now. That's fine. I'm glad they didn't change it to Grantham University, like that now dead Rod Sawatsky. You think God liked that idea? I don't. No. You talk about blasphemy? Really? To go against the very fibers of the name that set up the college? Well, God killed him. Really? Okay. What do you think? He dead? Blasphemy? Don't mess around with God. Anyway, I have ideas about what might happen besides on my bucket list. I kind of have in mind something like this. This is what I have in mind. I've had this in mind. I'm sharing with you. The wind is fun. Okay. Are we done with? They're going to let me be the president someday of that place. What am I going to do? Sit around, whatever's going to happen. Hey, bored people, if you want to come out, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go outside, and I'm imagining it'll be hopefully warm, comfortable, like exactly right. We're going to go outside, and we're going to take our shoes off. And we're going to sit down in the grass, maybe right out there in the front when you come in, like the Christ preeminent. Maybe I'll underline it with spray paint. Right. Today again, finally, at Messiah, it's Christ preeminent. We're going to underline it. We're going to sit here. I know there's a little grassy area there. That'd be fine. Like maybe there'll be 5 or 6 of us. sitting there just deciding, we're going to do what God wants us to do. We don't give one flying shit what anybody else wants to do or whatever's going to happen to this. I mean, Messiah's got enough structure. I mean, whatever the attorneys, maybe we got to pay the kids back. Like, if you don't want to be a part of this and however it's all going to go. But what we're definitely doing is we're declaring this college, university, for Jesus Christ and Christ preeminent, and whatever happens, if it becomes a Bible college or whatever, I was going to say a seminary. I don't really know. What I do know is that we can set it on the Matthew 7, 24 and 25 platform, which it is not presently and hasn't been for maybe forever. At some level, I don't know. Brethren in Christ people are very wimpy. Okay, I believe this. Listen. Even when it was founded, I highly suspect that Messiah was done copying something else. They didn't have any initiative or balls or courage to step into something. They were copying what other people did. When they did the Eisenhower thing, definitely into that terrain. Dwight Eisenhower didn't have anything to do with that school. They're trying to do this, that, and the other, trying to be cool. That set a precedent, and that's been followed. Little bits of things are not totally clear. You can take your bearded people and say how holy we are. You know what defines holiness? Saying fuck. If Jesus want me to say fuck to make something clear, that defines holiness. Not trying to look a particular way, but to be a particular way. This is really kind of the end of the day thing. Whatever God has in mind for you to be, when you're Jonah and you sailed to Tarshish, it doesn't matter. Just like when I say fuck, it doesn't mean that I stop being Jonah. God made me Jonah. God made you Jonah in your area from the beginning of fucking time. Really? I don't mean disrespect here. I'm trying to tell you the difference between bullshit, bastard, pastor thinking and what true white hot holiness looks like. What's better? White hot holiness. What'll get you shot? I mean, pray into that. I'm praying into it. I don't. I want to be dead like David with a nice Abishag by my side. In Jesus' name, are we done? This can leave any number of sorts of things. I'm going to go eat my pancake and cook the rest of them. I hate making pancakes. I have this thing that reminds me of a Pizza Hut pitcher. It's flimsy. It kind of cracks a little bit. It's plastic, but I put the mix in there, and it's the best I can do. But cleaning, I don't like to waste. And so when I dump out the mix and the thing, it makes a mess. But I'm going to eat the pancakes. I'm going to put on some syrup. And probably today I might get back on track with my diet. I want to be a 10. Praying into that. How about you? Lord, help us to embrace our Jonahs. Have people email me in Jesus' name. Amen.